When I was a kid, my family used to do this thing before dinner. You might be familiar with it. We would sit and we'd give thanks for the food or the day that we've just had. If you grew up around the same time as me, no matter your faith, tradition or background, you may have done something similar, whether it was saying thanks to God or the universe or each other, but just a moment of gratitude from your day, gratitude for the meal that you're about to eat. And I haven't really given much thought to this tradition for many, many years. Yes, me and my family and kids will say something often before dinner, but it's normally just learnt behaviour or a nice habit or a bit of something that rhymes to thank God for our food. The last few months I've been thinking about this idea more broadly, looking at different ways people have written about it and exploring this idea of gratitude and I guess, to be honest, the lack of it in our modern society. And I guess the one question I want to address in this video, but I'd love to have the conversation with you guys as well, is it even missed though? Is that even a problem? Is it okay that we have less gratitude in our society as a whole? Is it even missed? One of the best ways to examine thankfulness, grace and gratitude is to possibly look as a case study at the biggest community we have, the internet. Almost 4.5 billion active users presently on there. It's safe to say that the internet has been a fantastic tool in so many ways. It's helped humanity connect like never before and has helped us increase in technology and bring like-minded people together. So don't get me wrong, I get that the internet's an easy target. But no one also, I doubt anyone will disagree with it, that maybe it isn't the shining beacon of hope that the pioneers of the internet had once had in their mind. In a lot of ways, in a lot of corners of the internet, it's used as a way to divide, or it's created a whole industry around false connection or artificial identity. This instant artificial gratification that is sold at every corner doesn't seem to equal happiness. Always comparing to what we see on the internet or to someone else's profile or life. American psychologist, writer and thinker Barry Schwartz agrees with this idea, saying that the illusion of choice within technology, or what technology has given us, actually leaves us feeling trapped and incomplete. Incomplete not just in life, but as people, in our identity. Don't believe me? You can find the fruit of this misplaced identity on any YouTube or social media site. Just look at the comment section and you'll find angry people. You'll find insecure speech. You'll find rage even. You see, the fruit of living a life that feels incomplete, not enough, is that we feel the need to bring each other down so that we can feel better. Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't the internet's fault. The internet's just a tool or a mirror revealing to us or reflecting back a culture that's perhaps a little broken. This constant marketing machine coming at us, telling us that what we used to just want is now marketed as what we need. Anxiety, depression, all ranges of mental illness increasing. Even though for a lot of us, at least in Western civilization, our basic needs around food, water, coffee are being met. So you can perhaps see why I'm proposing or reintroducing us to this simple idea, that perhaps we could be a little bit more thankful. That perhaps as a society we could do with a little bit more gratitude and grace. At this point in the video, I want to talk about this. And this is probably the point in the video where you're going to want to switch off for some of you. Because some of you will have words and images that you associate with the Bible. Like outdated, bigoted, hate speech, old-fashioned, Auntie Beatrice doilies, people getting pushed over, big rich pastors buying jet planes, or Reverend Lovejoy from The Simpsons. If that's you, before you click, if you haven't already, off this video, all I ask you is to give me a moment. What if these images or words that you associate with the Bible weren't the whole picture, or in some case weren't even relevant to what the Bible truly is? No book has shaped the world like this book. Many people have been inspired by this book to do incredible things. Many have misunderstood this book and have used it to justify some very destructive things. One of the largest misconceptions about this book is it's not relevant to today, that it has nothing to say to people of modern society. But this couldn't be further from the truth. Its pages document very real human experiences. The Bible isn't afraid to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugliness of life. It also offers infinitely deep insight into our spirituality. One such practice or idea we see right through its pages, even talked about and spoken about by Jesus himself, is this idea of thankfulness, gratitude, and grace. In fact, one of the earliest followers of Jesus, a man named Paul, who wrote a lot of the later parts of the Bible, says this about this very topic. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I've learnt the secret of being content in every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, or whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all through him who gives me strength. Words that are easy to dismiss if you've still got that picture of the celebrity pastor sitting on a pile of cash. But this wasn't Paul. Paul was historically known to be shipwrecked. Paul was tortured by the Roman Empire. He was jailed multiple times. He was even accused by his own people, his own church, of being too accommodating, of being too accepting of others. So when Paul says he's learned to be content in every situation, he means in every situation. Paul had a practice of gratitude in his life, grateful for what he had in all circumstances, grateful for his faith, grateful for his purpose, grateful to his God. Now let me be cautious here. I'm not saying being grateful means being naive. This doesn't mean Paul wanted to be jailed. It doesn't mean he was looking forward to that one time he got tortured or that many times he got tortured in some sick, twisted way. He simply saw life as a gift and was content in all circumstances. Some days he would certainly be sad. Some days he'd be happy. But in all circumstances, he found ways to be grateful. The deep gratitude that Paul showed or spoke about wasn't something that he just did. It actually came from a deep understanding of who he was. You see, Paul claimed to know his Creator. He claimed to understand his purpose here. And so, as we explored the fruit of maybe feeling incomplete or constant competition with people, is often rage, it's often cancel culture. But the fruit shown by Paul of feeling complete is actually being grateful and grace. Imagine seeing someone's Instagram post and they're on the side of a mountain skiing in beautiful snow-capped weather, while you're in aircon that's barely working in an office in a job you hate. Imagine instead of being outraged or jealous, you are one grateful for the job you do have and really encouraged that your friend is able to enjoy that experience. Imagine seeing your neighbour's new car and it's only about 70 years newer than yours. And imagine instead of feeling jealous or rage, imagine being content that your car has lasted that long and also happy for your neighbour and their new purchase. And if you have kids, imagine your friend's kid can do triple backflips and yours can only crawl at the same age. And imagine being both stoked for them, but also grateful for the unique child that you've been blessed with. Imagine watching someone else's life and seeing that they're seemingly healthier, smarter, richer than you. Imagine being okay with that. Imagine deep down being okay with who you are. And even crazy, or crazier, being happy for them. Now, of course, we're talking about the spiritual benefits in this video. But scientifically, there's also some research on the health benefits of living a life filled with gratitude. Research suggests that it has reduced depression, reduced blood pressure, some links to longer lives, higher self-esteem, and sleeping better and deeper. It's like science and research is finally catching up to the ancient teachings of the Bible and Paul on gratitude and grace. All agreeing across the board that living a life more thankful, more grateful, can actually impact the way you see life and live in it, making you a more content, joyful, peaceful human being. For me personally, my personal challenge in this, what it looks like for me, is I actually want to take this, not ancient, but this family tradition of saying grace, saying a little poem around the table, and turn it into something that I actually get to do with my kids and my family, where we actually say thanks. I'll probably end up asking my kids once a week around the family table what they've been blessed with that week, what friends they made, what experiences did they have at school, what did they like around the week, what are they thankful for. All that said, this is just the beginning of the conversation. We'd love now to kind of push it back on you and explore what it actually looks like to be more grateful. What ideas do you have? What things in your life could you do to practice more gratitude and grace? You can comment on this video, you could do a video response, all by using the hashtag gratitude and grace and telling us a little bit more what it looks like in your life to be a little bit more grateful. Hit subscribe. We've got plenty more ways we're going to be exploring through this channel, and we look forward to the conversation that this is starting. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Steve Gray, and hopefully talk soon.